It's the same fucking motive, which is wanting to provide, wanting to be, like I said, that scaffolding to somebody else's life. Wanting to wine and dine a woman and show off is no different than coming home and being like, I'll pay all the bills. I'll get you new tires on your car, love. It's no different. Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode. In this episode, we're going to be talking about how the ability to be able to provide makes men happy, okay? So there's so many men out there that are just unhappy in their daily life. They just don't know where they're going. They feel as though their values dropped. They're not in that alpha male position where they feel confident enough to feel like they're the provider of the family. You know, and that's why you get a range of happiness across multiple wealth categories. All right. So a lot of people see certain mannerisms as negative and some as positive. Like being, let me get this out of the way. Like being a father working a 9-to-5 job for $40,000 a year, providing for his kids and his family is admirable, which it is. Okay. And that guy seems happy, seems fulfilled. Everybody goes, okay, this is the life that I want to lead. But then you see another guy, let's say 35 years old, loads of money, okay, doesn't want to settle down. He would be considered a bit of a player, a bit of a bachelor. He's whisking women around the world, a lot younger than him, 22, 23 years old. He's taking them around the world. He's paying for everything, taking them on dates, wining and dining, filthy sex, you know, all the shit that goes on top of that kind of lifestyle. Everyone goes, that can't be fulfilling. Well, you know, that guy seems pretty happy too. So then people go, well, which life is better? Is that life better? That's how you should live. Oh no, wait, that guy's a family man. He seems happy. The key to happiness is, like, everybody's got a different fucking take, okay? The guy with the freedom has a different take. The guy in the relationship has a different take. And it ranges based on what everybody's doing in their life. Now, here's the thing, okay? Somebody who's earning $40,000 a year and providing for their family, and a man who is taking women to Rome every fucking weekend and, you know, smashing the back doors off, and earning $4 million a year and spending like $40,000 on fucking weekends away, there's no difference. There's absolutely no difference. Both guys are providers. They both get off on being the person who can hold the family down and provide and pay for things and be that backbone of the family, the support, let's say, the scaffolding that holds everything up, okay? That's what guys get off on. Whether you come home and your wife and your kids are there and you're like, here's the bacon, baby, you know, slam the cash on the table, payday today, I feel like the man, get in that bedroom now, love, you know, and you get your wife in there and you do what you need to do, and then the next day you take the kids to the park and you've got loads of money and you're paying for stuff, nice family day out, and you're like, I am the fucking man. I get shit sorted. Whether you're that guy or whether you're the guy who's just like, where's that young girl? Okay, she's like a fucking model. I'm going to pick her up. I'm going to fly around the world. I'm going to show off. I'm going to wear Gucci everything. I'm going to take her here, there, everywhere. We're going to have sex. We're going to take fucking pictures because I like to show off. It's the same fucking motive, which is wanting to provide, wanting to be, like I said, that scaffolding to somebody else's life. Wanting to wine and dine a woman and show off is no different than coming home and being like, I'll pay all the bills. I'll get you new tires on your car, love. It's no different. We all want to have that dominant, submissive kind of structure where we are the provider. Now, I've known guys in the past who, you know, big, strong men, okay, strong alpha men, who have had things like, I know one guy in particular who had a stroke, okay? Once he had a stroke, he couldn't work anymore. He was obviously not the same guy. He couldn't walk, you know, he had a bit of a limp, okay? Before that, he was a provider. He was the head of the family. Once he couldn't do that anymore and he couldn't provide, he just went like this, okay? His value, he got very negative. Like, his value just dropped, and he'd end up walking around just finding building sites and being like, can I help out? Like, he just wanted something to do, and he ended up just sitting around the house and just buying stuff and not really knowing what to do. And when men lose that aspect, when men lose that element to provide for women, children, whatever, and fulfill our natural purpose as the protector of a family, it fucks everything up. And that's one of the issues I have with feminism, is that I'm all for women's rights, but when it goes too far where, the guy is willing to step back and take that submissive role and say, okay, you go to work, I'll sit at home with the kids. Is it admirable? Yes. Is it respectful? Of course it is. If that's what you want to choose to do, okay. But when that happens, most men just don't feel fulfilled. There's like a little piece of us missing where we're like, fuck, I don't, testosterone drops, hormones go out of sync. We just don't feel like the real us. Every guy knows that feeling. It's payday. You take your girlfriend out and you pay for the meal. You go home, you have sex. She's all over you because you're fulfilling your natural male role, okay? You wake up the next day or you're led in bed at night and you're just like, I am the fucking man around here. It fulfills a natural role. Or she's short 200 quid and you're like, take 300. It means nothing to me. Obviously, you wouldn't say it like that. I'm hyperbole and to take the piss here. But you give her double. So instead of the 200, you give her 400. You're like, just have an easy month. Don't bother paying me back. Your dick grows about 10 inches longer. You just feel fucking fantastic. And it's not saying that money is everything. It's, it could be you drive and she doesn't. And she's got to go somewhere and you're like, I'll go out my way. I will drive an hour to come pick you up and take you home, okay? And she's all over you. You're such a good man. What a good bloke you are. You're such a strong figure in my life. What would I do without you? There's music to our fucking ears. We lap that shit up. And like I said, whether you're earning $40,000 a year in a factory and you're putting food on the table, or whether you're flying beautiful models around in your private jet, there's no difference. No difference. Every guy gets fulfilled off having that provider purpose. And if you want a fulfilling life as a man, this is why it's so important to set yourself up early in life. Sacrifice. Be considered as a loser when you're young. Who gives a fuck? Like I've got, you guys have seen, I don't beat around the bush about this. I've got like the same 5-6 t-shirts. I wear them in the gym. I wear them to do these podcasts. I wear them around the fucking house and stuff. I wear them in this office. I wear them if I go out. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't fucking bother me because I know anytime I want, I can drop £200 and go and buy 50 t-shirts. Like, I'm not bothered about that shit because I know what I'm building is much bigger than that, because I want to fulfill my natural male role and be a provider. Now, everybody has different kinks, okay? Yours might be 50,000 a year, family of 3 with a wife. That's how you want to provide. I get off on the flying people around the world. Now, not showing off. I don't take the pictures. I don't wear, I wouldn't wear lavish clothes, etc. But I get off on being able to go, hey, do you know what? Let's go to Paris. And just having that level of wealth that makes people go, wow. Like, this is a different lifestyle that makes people go, wow. And I think that's just what resonates with me. Just grabbing a woman that's like 22, 23, young, beautiful woman, and being like, okay, let's fly. Let's go. Let's go somewhere different. Oh, I've always wanted to go to New York. And I'm like, yeah, all right, bang, done. Let's go. Like, that ability to be able to do that excites me. And I know a lot of other people like the family stuff. And both are fine. But what I've realized over time is it's the exact same fucking thing. It just comes in different formats, okay? It's like tennis and table tennis. The game looks pretty much the fucking same, but it's just different size rackets, different size playing area. Like, it's pretty much the same game inherently. The rule set isn't too different, okay? One bounce and back over the net. Everybody has, you serve at the start, etc. There's a point system in place. They're not too similar, but there's a point system. You've got to win by this much, whatever. There's games, there's sets, etc. It's the same thing. And it's the same with men who want to provide in one sense and provide in the other sense. But the message that you should take away from this, guys, is regardless of how you want to live or how you want to fulfill that role and that purpose, just make sure that you do. Okay? Don't get into a relationship at like 25 when you have no money and expect it to go well, because you don't have that cash to provide. You don't have that stability to provide. You're not the right man yet. You don't have the right assets in place to provide. You see where I'm coming from? So make sure you get in that scenario first where you can provide, no matter which format you want to do that in, and you will have a happy life.